Hey Kingsley.
It's a bit of a squeeze. Yay. So it's nice to see you again, Alex. It's good to be back working on one of our neglected organ projects together. You've been off and I've been off around different bits of the country doing organ work. But we're back in Abergavenny today, and this is Whitefield Presbyterian Church, and this is a Nicholson Lord organ from 1909. So what we know about it, it was installed on the 4th of February or March?
February.
It says on the back of the case, and we've also found a newspaper article about its opening. So it was installed in 1909. It originally was powered by a quite unusually a hydraulic water-powered engine by Kinetic and Swanton. And in 1916 the church was concerned about water use. We found another newspaper article where they were asking the council if they could be let off the bills for the water used for the organ. And at some point it was then converted to hand pumping, and rather unusually, instead of a normal up and down handle, it had a round and round crank which powered 3 feeders to put air into the reservoir. Then at some point the church got electricity, and after that there was an electric blower installed, and the organ was then used till 1989, when an electric organ was put in the church. And we're sat here on the great wind chest, and that's where they installed the electric speakers, and we're here working to get this pipe organ back going. So we've already removed the speakers. We've got 35 years of grime and dirt that we've cleaned up. We've already done quite a lot of that, and today we're here going to rack the pipework back on the grate and see how that looks. And then we'll keep going with this project and get some wind into it and see how it's going to work.
Excellent.
Do you want to have a chat about what the specification of this organ is, Alex?
Yep, no worries. So, as Kingsley said, we are sat on the grate at the moment. So there's 4 stops on the grate. At the front, by here, I get my hand into shot. This is for the open diapason. We have a few pipes that are on the chest by here, and then the rest of them are in the case to my left by there. So that's all the bases for it. The next row then is the whole flute, which is all wooden pipes. The majority of them are triangular wooden pipes, and then it's a conventional stock base then, and some of the pipes have been chimneyed as well, which we may show a bit later. The next stop then is the Dulciana 8-foot, which would go in this row by here. And then some of the base pipes then are where Kingsley's got by there, and then there's just an odd 2 then to the back. And then at the front is the 4-foot principal. Moving on to the swell, which is nice and clean with some additional lights. So right at the back there we have the bases for the 8-foot Geigen principal. Over to the left then we have the bases for the 8-foot gamba, and then in the order then we have the remainder of the Geigen principal there. The flute for the swell, which is the Lieblich Gedackt, the gamba, a voix celeste, a Tennessee as per usual. We have a 4-foot Gemshorn. And then the reed, well the only reed in the organ, is the oboe 8-foot. And then for the pedal, there's only one stop, which is the board on. We have some pipes then on either side of the organ. I'm showing the one side here. So quite bulky Borden pipes then. They go all the way to the back of the organ, and then there's a couple, can't see unfortunately, but there's 3 metal pipes just offset then at the back of the organ there. So not a bad little organ. And then the couplers on this organ is the conventional. We have the swell to grate, grate to pedal, swell to pedal, and also a swell octave coupler as well.
And we should mention it's a tubular pneumatic action, and also it's a sliderless wind chest, so a Ventile tubular pneumatic. So we'll have a look at that in some point in the future and see how all that works as well.
So here we are. For the work that we're going to be doing at the moment is putting in the first two rack boards and then putting in the pipework for the open type basin and the whole flute, and then we'll move on to putting the Dulciana and the principal in. So at the moment that's the open type basin done. The next stop that we're going to put in is the whole flute. So let's get on it. So by here is the chimney pipe that I mentioned earlier. So it looks like conventional stop pipe, stopper in the top, but also that it's got the drill hole in the top of the stopper there, creating the chimney defect, which is quite nice. Now all the whole flute pipes are in, with the exception of 6 because they have to fit onto the other rack board that we're going to install in a moment. So now we have the majority of the Dulciana with just a couple of pipes that need a little bit more love and care and fixing, which we will do in due course, and just the principal left now. Final pipe. This hasn't been like this in 35 years. Complimentary biscuit for a job well done. Thank you. Crowning moment.
Don't eat too many or you'll never get out this hole again.
I know, I'm struggling to get through it anyway, so. So, what's your thoughts, Kingsley? As your mid-biscuit, or cookie.
Thoughts on the biscuit or the organ?
Both.
Chocolate chip cookie, pretty good.
Oh, can we zoom in now? No, I forgot how to zoom in. Yeah, there we go, zoomed in. Excellent.
Doing some lovely eating noises.
I know.
Always makes the video better.
You're probably answering my questions, but everybody can just hear munching, to be honest.
Yeah, it's very good to see it back in. It was nicely labelled up, but it was piled in piles, so there's quite a few deformed pipes. We've got them mostly round, but there's still quite a bit of work to get them nice and smooth and straight. So we'll do that at some point. The next thing to do is underneath us, we've got the, you can't see there's a walkboard.
Yeah, there's a walkboard.
Underneath the walkboard we've got one of the reservoirs, and we've got the tubular pneumatic action. So we're going to do some cleaning down there, and then see about getting some wind in, and see what happens. See how many notes we get playing when they shouldn't play, and how many don't play when they should play, and see what we do next.
Yeah, it'd be a crowning moment because, like we said, it's been out of action for 35 years, so it'd be interesting to see what noises it makes after so long. Hopefully good noises.
Yeah. Have it done for Christmas?
Yeah, which year?
I don't know. I'm not committing to that.
Yeah, we'll have it done in the future.
Yeah.
Fa la 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 la. Many pipes, many pipes. There's a bunch of pipes. There's some more. Oh look, a pipe.